And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Factorio in our Extreme Production series. For first things first, we are going to ramp up production of iron here. So I want right up there, I think. No, we're gonna want one down, right in there. So I would have liked to wait until we got electric furnaces going, but these smelt at the same speed, so all in all it's kind of a wash. Okay, so we're gonna have coal coming in right there. Might as well get that loaded in now, and we're gonna have these come out because we can't really add any more to these yet. We're almost maxing out this belt, this yellow belt. So having more in there really wouldn't help us. If we added more smelters in here, it's only when we start getting better belts that we're able to ramp up production a little bit more. So we're going to wait on that. And let's run this all the way where we're going to need it. Yeah, it's not completely full, and I understand that, but we're also going to need some more power poles. I might as well get those queued up, ready to go. So this iron coming in, we're going to bypass this here completely, and we're going to push it right in to the gear system, and so that will help supplement and max this out, and then bring in more along the edge, because obviously we're using way more gears from these gear factories than we are from these, so I think a little supplementation is in order for those. So let's go back. I've got some Mark II drills, mining drills, ready to go, and it's just going to be a matter of getting them in. So let's get these drills set up where we need them. So these are going to be the first two. These are going to be the next two. Oh. So I made 6. We're using 7 on the side here, so that's 14, and I'm bringing it down because these mine double speed. So I'm hopeful that this is going to be good enough, and we're going to use the little trick for getting everything loaded in a little bit faster. The underground belts will push material in and try to maximize this belt. That's the important thing. And so let's see, we need 2 on each one of these. Oh yeah, we need 2 down here too, so let's stretch those out. And then 1 out should be good. And again, we're probably going to want to put one of these on the inside, just like we do down here. See, these are putting on the inside of the belt here, just to make sure that that goes on efficiently. That is important. And then up here. Okay, so we have the coal, we have the input, we have the output. Let's connect it up to power. And the last step, obviously, that I failed to do is get these. Let's do these here. We're going to grab from the inside, or from the other belt. There we go. Now the coal is running. The iron is running. We just need to make sure that this belt doesn't deplete. And it looks like we've got quite a lot. It might be going down a little bit. I could put a couple, you know, lesser, probably Mark 1s, because these are polluting a lot. 25.6 compared to these are 9. Ooh, these are Mark 2s. I've got 2 Mark 2s on here. Okay, so that might... I didn't realize those were Mark 2s. So that's essentially 2 extra right here. So there's 2, 4, and then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's essentially 9 drills on here. So yeah, we're gonna probably need a couple more Mark 2s. That is essentially going to be 8. But the iron is flowing, and you can see these are in need of changing that offset just to make sure that the belt has enough on it. As you can see, this had quite a lot of backlog in it. So once that disappears, should be a little bit better off. Because we're going to back this line up temporarily while those all filter through. And let's see, how is our iron doing? See, our iron is pretty much flowing constantly, and we're gonna need a couple more of these, I think. And it's gonna be a lot of pollution. Oh, it's gonna be a lot of pollution. But we have a tree barrier around, which will help cut that down, as well as some good distance. Okay, good compression. Hopefully that'll make it all the way to the end, and that should be good for that. Okay, so the next step is power. I would like to upgrade our power system here. So we're going to temporarily be without power at all while I upgrade this. Because I want to grab these. I don't want to build new ones and then upgrade them later. So there is 10, 5, 10, I mean 20 of those ready to go. And these are, there we go. Now we have 0 power. Everything shut down except for the belts. And all the things shut down all at the same time. Now I'm guessing these are gonna pull a lot more coal. So let's get these first ones in. And let's distribute a little bit of coal in there. Wait till the next set leaves. So now our power should be back up and running again. And I also can upgrade our steam engines themselves. So there are the next 10. Okay, let that power zip up a little bit. Grab those. You can see they really pull coal fast. So we gotta watch. We got a lot of mining drills on coal. We don't have a lot of throughput though, because we are limited by how fast that belt is right now. So you can see we need steel bearings and steel gear wheels. Well, we can craft those in hand, but they are not easy because of the recipes involved. So we'll do like one side at a time here. Let's see if we can upgrade these. So we have 20 of these, 5, 10, 15, 20. And see, we can't craft 20 more, which tells me we're low on steel. Steel is up here. Grab a little bit of that. Oh, we can walk through the middle of these. That's kind of interesting. Okay, so the first 5 are done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these can put out a lot of power. A lot of power. And also, fluid is going to be used quite a lot more. So we might need another offshore pump to satisfy the demand of all of these. I'm not 100% sure if we're going to need them. We got 5 more to work with. Okay, so we're building up our power. And I really wanted to do this first before we started with, you know, the electric stuff, like in furnaces and stuff like that, just because it's quite taxing on a power system when you convert everything over to electric, plus all of the mining and stuff that we're going to have to do. There we go. Now we have a full bank of these ready to go, and it looks like everything's sort of settling down. We had a little peak while everything was mining still, and hopefully all of our ores are making it down. Let's go check. We have 20 more that we're going to need to upgrade. So while I wait, I might as well, I'm going to craft a few gears, steel gears, while we wait. So you can see now we are really pushing a lot of iron into the system. And I've got a chest here for storage of excess mining drills, just to make sure the blue circuits, because the next research that we're going to want to push out is going to be nuclear power. I did research concrete, and so this is going to be 1,000 science packs, and we don't have 1,000 blues. The other thing I did is doubled up our research. So you can see we now have the ability to research 20 at a time instead of 10. So you just run this up, run it over, run it down, and there you go. Everything is good to go. Extending it even more, you could add a third. You could just run these around, add another one on this side, and then this bank here would have to come out. So you have to bring this bank out, run it over the top, and then down the other side, and then you don't need to worry about research all that much. I don't have the science packs moved yet. I wanted to kind of do that on camera. So let's move everything over. Now we had a couple hundred stored up, but we're gonna need a lot more than that. So all of these science packs here are getting scooped up by this mass system coming down here. So one of the things I'd like to do to take advantage of this is add in buffers for all of these science packs, because I'm of the mind that we're eventually gonna do this. We're eventually gonna have quite a lot of research going. So I think it's good. So we're gonna have input there, output there. We're gonna reverse that, and then reverse that back in. Now we have a surplus there. I'm gonna grab these, merge those back in. So now we have a ton of science packs that we're going to have in backlog when the time comes. Let's get... get a few more of these built while I run over here. Okay, so these are going to have to come down. That's going to put all the weight of our processing over here. So that'll give us a good idea. Look at how fast it's chewing through that coal. Holy cow. So with that in mind, let's quickly. So we have the 20, 5, 10, 15, 20. Well, we crafted a few right away because we had stuff pre-crafted, but not a whole lot. Okay. So now let's kind of compare these. So 900 kilowatts is the max here. 2.1 megawatts. So over twice as effective at generating power are the next two. I think we have 5 more that we can build up. Get those running. And coal, again, coal is a big issue there. We want to make sure we got plenty of coal. It looks like we are slowly backing up over here. Slowly, which is a good sign. Okay, I think the rest of these are done. There it is. So we have a ton of material now. And now we're again using about a third, or maybe even a quarter. More. It's somewhere between a third and a quarter of the power that we have. So we have a lot of production capability, and that will give us ample power to then use wherever we want. So the next thing we want to get is we're gonna want concrete. Concrete is a little nasty because it uses iron ore. So let's get some concrete makers here. So it uses brick, which we have right here. I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to do 4 concrete makers. Because these need the iron ore and the stone brick. So let's bring in the water. Now, can we put a regular pump on that? That would be awesome if we could do that. Right in there. Perfect. All right. So these, I want to output the concrete directly, which might seem a little crazy, but we're gonna load it in up here on a steel chest. So I'm gonna have this one come up. This one's gonna link up with that one. This one's gonna come up and in. And this one's gonna come up. Because we're gonna make this stuff pretty fast in the future, and I kind of want to future-proof this system. So I want as much processing as possible through here. Let's get a couple of undergrounds ready to go, because we're gonna bring in the iron above all of this. Oh, we don't really need that. We just need that to not interfere. So I'm going to bring in iron ore right in here, and we're going to have everything really, really happy. So this is going to be a big user of brick for a while. I think it's 5 brick. Yeah, 5 bricks makes 10 concrete. So we're gonna, let's get some power over here. And then the nearest power, I'll just go up to our main trunk line, and that will help keep it nice and neat. Okay, so iron, we have iron right off the end here, and do we want to, I'm not sold on the fact of getting iron from this system here. We're not going to use it very fast, so I'm going to build 2 Mark II drills, and I'm going to use this space in between to grab some iron, and we're going to go right in between here, not interfering with either one. And let's make sure they're all powered. And then we're going to underground under all of that. And of course we run right smack into a ton of these. Okay, so I don't need that one anymore. Oh, I do need that one. Ooh, well. So we're going to try to clip right above all of this mess. And eventually we're not going to need that coal right there anymore, so that will get moved away. But I got plenty, I brought plenty of, oh, look at that, we're going to run right into that radar. We're going to sink down below that. Okay, so let's go up where we need the iron from here. Close. Where's our iron at? There it is. Slowly, it's trying. It's making its way towards us. All right, there is the concrete. As soon as the iron is ready to go, I've got 120. I keep grabbing stone. You know, those big boulders. Whenever I'm walking around and I see one, I grab it. So I always have a little extra stone on me. So these should be fine to keep up with these, because we have 4 of these and there's only 1 iron every 10 seconds. So 4 iron every 10 seconds. I think those 2 miners can probably keep up with that. It's just a matter of when it gets backlogged. So the other thing I want to do is use the concrete that we're getting from there, and we're gonna make it into the hazard concrete, which is just a kind of a one for one system. Let's dial this back one, because I would like. Okay, so we are gonna put a limit on hazard concrete, just because we're gonna need this concrete to start doing nuclear stuff. So this is gonna be hazard concrete. Okay, so here we go. We have iron loading in, so let's get it officially where it needs to be. And of course, we need power. Forgot about that. So here we go. Our first concrete. We're doing 40 at a time. I could easily increase this, but I think in the end we won't need to. So you can see this thing crafts pretty efficiently, and it's just 1 for 1. And we only have 1 of these crafting, and this craft is 0.25 seconds. I think that's the quickest craft in the game. I think everything above that is 0.5 or above. 0.25, that's pretty quick, and we have even a net gain of concrete since we're making so much of it. So eventually the reason I use loaders here, eventually we're gonna be able to make this stuff so fast that loaders are really the best option for unloading all that stuff. Look at that. Getting our hazard concrete going. That's awesome, and looks like iron is doing rather well. It's doing so well, in fact, I would like to do one last thing, and let's make sure that is absolutely full, packed in, and loading this spare chest as quickly as possible. Because we are removing a bunch for green circuits right now, and I'd like to make sure that is packed full. Alright, well that'll do it for this episode, and I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.